questions here at Nowak Auditorium. We'll take a round of questions on the phone and then come back here to Nowak. So at this time, it's my pleasure to introduce the head coach of the Black Knights, Jeff Monken.
Good afternoon, everybody. And we're starting another week, and unfortunately, the same result we've had the last couple of times that we've been in here. And thought it was a really hard-fought game on Saturday. I thought our players played really hard, and we didn't play as well as we needed to. And credit goes to Air Force. I thought their kids played really hard and played a good football game. They just in terms of our offense and not being able to run the ball successfully was really frustrating. And their kids did a nice job. The Air Force kids didn't stay blocked and stymied us. Just got in our way and got us down. We didn't break a bunch of tackles, and we didn't sustain blocks like we needed to. But our assignments were as good as they've been all year. We were blocking the right guy, just not able to sustain the blocks. And plays will work if you block them. We didn't do a very good job protecting the passer. We had some opportunities to throw the ball, and we were running for our life back there. So those are all things that contribute us not being able to move the ball on offense. Defensively, I thought our guys played really hard. There were games earlier this year we missed 25 tackles in one game. We missed 18 tackles in another game. We missed 9 on Saturday. That's way too many. But I thought our kids battled and played really hard. And we had some stretches in there. We played really good defense. We gave up some big plays. Gave up a big play in the first half that led to their second field goal. And obviously the first drive for Air Force in the second half, we gave up a big play and they scored a touchdown. And those hurt you. You gotta keep the big plays down, and those led to a couple scores for them. But it was a heck of a football game, and I thought both teams played really hard and were battling. And when there's a lot on the line, as there was, it's going to be a hard-fought game. It's a great crowd, and it was really a great atmosphere and fun to be out there for our football team. And unfortunately, we came up with the short end. So we're back to work this week with an opportunity to play in one of the greatest venues in sports, Yankee Stadium down in the Bronx, and great history with our program, the Army program, and the Yankees. And having played a number of football games over the years there, it's going to be really neat for our team to be there and to be able to come out of that tunnel into that stadium. So we're all looking forward to that, and just another opportunity to play.
Go ahead, Joe.
Coach Joe from WKDT. Is there any worry on your part that the team is getting used to losing?
Oh, if our team's not used to losing already, I mean, I don't know when they're going to get used to it. We've lost a lot of football games the last 4 years. This year is no exception. I hope our guys don't accept it.
That's the difference, right? It's come to accept it.
And saying that's okay. And that's the easy thing to do, because accepting losing makes it palatable. You know, you can live with yourself. And guys that are super competitive and want to win, it's hard every time, and it leaves a pit in their stomach for the entire time until they play again and have an opportunity to try to get the bad taste out of their mouth. So our guys are working really hard. I don't think there's a guy on our football team that isn't committed to this team and wants to win and is willing to work. I think they've continued to do that, and that's what's been encouraging about this football team, is they've continued to come back week after week, even when we didn't get the result that we wanted, and try to get better. And that's what I hope we'll do. We need to improve. We've got to play a lot better if we're going to hope to get the results that we want.
Well, all of a sudden, Connecticut breaks out last week with 37 points. Is it subject to who they were playing, or did they suddenly find an answer? Are you looking at the tape? What are you seeing?
I think they've been a team that's gotten better all year. They've improved as the season's gone along, and they've played really well defensively and numbered. blocked the kick, blocked the field goal, and made some plays in the kicking game. So really just, I thought, had a complete effort. They're a team a lot like ours. They've struggled. They've had their share of troubles on Saturday afternoons, not getting the results that they want. And they're a team like us that's battling to find a way to win. And I think they've been in some games where it certainly could have gone their way and didn't. And that's probably the same with us too. So they're a lot better football team than the record indicates. And certainly we know a well-coached football team. Coach Diaco and the success he's had with Coach Kelly at Notre Dame and the great teams that they had. We've faced Coach Diaco before in this offense, and he's done a nice job. And they've got a number of guys on their football team that I'm really impressed with when I watch them run around. The athleticism, the speed. They're certainly going to be more athletic than we are collectively. So it'll be a challenge.
Go ahead, Ron.
Joe, just to follow up, Jeff, just to follow up on what Joe asked, I don't think they've accepted losing, but do you think they've come to expect it? Like, for instance, on those two drives you had, the first two opening drives you had, you came away with 3 points. It could have been 2 touchdowns, who knows? But it came away with 3 points. Do you think it's like, oh God, geez, here we go again, type of thing?
I hope not. I don't know. I'm not in their head. I didn't think that, but maybe they did. I can't answer for them. Only in their heart of hearts can they answer that. But I hope that's not the case. I think our guys played as hard as they could to the end. They were trying. It's the first couple drives. And we tried to throw the ball in the opening play, and it's tough to get the pass off when somebody's standing there in your face. The guy didn't have great pressure on him. I thought he could have made a throw, but we didn't throw the ball in bounds. Didn't give the guy a chance to catch the ball. There was a guy there late, and then the next time we had a guy wide open on the play action pass, and he's running for his life. So it's not. I'm not pointing fingers at anybody, not any one particular guy. I mean, we didn't throw the ball well in the first play, and we didn't protect him on the second one, and we didn't block him trying to run the ball and ones in between. So there's a lot of things going on that we need to improve.
Have you ever coached or even been to Yankee Stadium?
I've been to Yankee Stadium one time. We had a press conference there last spring, maybe in February or March, in anticipation of this game. Coach Diaco and the administration from the athletic department at UConn were there, and Mr. Corey and myself, Ryan, we all went down and had a press conference. I had a chance to take I guess what you'd call an insider's tour. They walked us around, showed us a lot of the suites that were there, the museum with all the baseballs, and then we got to go out to what do they call that area out there? Monument Park, which was really fantastic to see all the jerseys that have been retired, the great players that played there. I've never seen a baseball game there though.
Okay. Any kind of a bit of a rush, chance of coaching a place like Yankee Stadium?
Oh yeah, I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled for the opportunity to go there and compete on that surface. I mean, there's some great players that played there just this year, and just the history of the New York Yankees and what they represent in terms of a championship organization, and to be there and to be in that venue is going to be really exciting for all of us.
So open up for those on the joining us via teleconference. Please state your name and organization. Ask your question to Coach.
Yes, this is Charles Breeder with GoBlackKnights.com. Good afternoon, Coach. I'm sure you had your practice, pregame, and postgame pep talks with your players throughout the season. But as you head into this week of practice and the final stretch of the season, what have you said to your coaching staff as a group about getting things on track for UConn, but also for the balance of the 2014 campaign?
Well, we've continued to try to coach these guys like we did when we got here in the spring, with a great amount of enthusiasm, with the belief that we can get the results we want if we'll play to the best of our abilities. And said many times that it's going to take that for us to be able to have success. We're going to have to, our players are going to have to play the best of their abilities. We're not going to win on talent. We're going to win on hustle and heart and determination and most importantly, execution. And playing great fundamental football and play with the techniques that we've been taught to give ourselves the best chance for success. And so we've continued to do those things, and we've continued to press our players and to encourage them that if they'll play better than they're playing, the fundamentals, the execution of their assignments, the techniques, and continue to be tough and play together and play really hard, then we'll have opportunities to win games. And we've had some opportunities this year that we fell short in some really close ball games, and it's frustrating and disappointing when you lose, but particularly when you feel like you had an opportunity. And Saturday, certainly had we done a better job of executing, we would have put ourselves in a better position. But as I said, credit goes to Air Force. They did a nice job against us and beat us. But we're not going to change what we believe or change the things that we're teaching. And certainly I haven't lost any belief that we can get it done. I think our guys are capable if we'll play as good as we can play. So we're going to continue to coach them to try to do that.
Okay. And my follow-up and final question, you mentioned in your opening statement not being able to run or move the ball in the Air Force game. How do you overcome the blocking deals both in the run game and the passing game?
Just playing with better fundamentals. And if you sit in our meeting rooms and you watch our guys in the practice tapes and watch what they do and the corrections that are made by the coaches, and then watch the game film and listen to the coaches and listen to the corrections that are made,